A while ago, I was asked to do a review of the 567. Someone said, how do you like it? We'd like to know what you think about it. Give us a review. I forgot who you were. It was so long ago, and I can't find the video to figure out who it was, so I do apologize for that. So here goes. I'm gonna try to, I don't know if I can do this quickly. All right, so I've been in two 567 heavy haul sleeper trucks, and I would use a couple day cabs here and there with the other company, if my truck needed something done to it or whatnot. So, all in all, the other company, the truck was a special order build because it was a small company and it was built in Texas. This truck's a fleet spec truck from Mexico. Build quality on the fleet spec truck from Mexico, I have found to be far superior than the build quality on the Peterbilt that was built in Texas. I don't understand it. I don't know why. It just is. So, there you go. Love it, hate it. The Amigos, you build a far better product than the Texans did. I know it's going to make a lot of Texans mad. I don't care. It's the truth. I don't get rattles and squeaks out of this truck. I did out of the one that was a special order truck that was built in Texas. The radio, everything on the radio on this truck works. The other truck, it didn't. Speaker would rattle or crackle. It had a subwoofer, didn't work. Fit and finish, like I had knobs and stuff. Another truck that just want to pop out, wouldn't sit flush. This truck, none of that. Everything sits and it's flush and it works like it's supposed to in that regard. A problem I do have with this truck that I had in the other truck was the dashboard, the digital dash. It would just go dark, no reason. Right down the road, it just go off. In a couple miles, it reboot itself and come back on like a computer with light time. Sometimes you plug something into the PowerPoint in the bunk, and the dashboard would come on or the radio would come on. Don't know why it does it. It just does it, but not all the time. Only sometimes. Every now and then you wake up and the three little lights in the bunk lights, they'd be on really, really dim, like they're only getting like a quarter of the voltage it was supposed to. And sometimes they don't come on. Don't know why it does it. It just does it. Seats. This truck and the last truck and the orange 389 I was in, the seats suck. They're horrible. Peterbilt. You're living on a reputation that doesn't seem to apply to your trucks anymore. Why can you not put a good seat in your truck? It sucks. See, early in my driving days, I drove an old International cab over. The seats in that old International cab over were far superior to anything I've had in any Peterbilt I've driven. Go figure. I would love to have that old seat back. But it won't fit in this truck. I've looked. Yeah. And my company probably wouldn't let me swatch seats like that anyhow. So there's that. Interior space. Up in the cockpit area. Lots of room, guys. Plenty of room. It's a mid-roof. I got room to stand up. The bunk's a decent size in both trucks. This one I got a little wider bunk than I had in the other truck. But there's still room. I can stand up, get my hands over my head. I can't stick them all the way up. For some reason, this truck and in the other truck, there was no shelf on the back wall of the bunk. I don't know why. I really wish it was there. I could really use that storage space. Or even if it was a narrow fold-down bunk. And yes, it's a mid-roof. You can do that. Other truck manufacturers do have double bunks in their mid-roofs. That would be awesome to have in this truck. I could use that for a shelf. Pulling power. Both trucks got the Cummins X15. This truck, although it is speed limited at a lower speed, will outpull the other truck. And this truck's got 2-speed rear, the other truck does not. But they were both geared the same on the highway gears. I'm not talking deep reduction. So when I've got my 2-speed rears on, well, I don't know what you call it, a high side or highway gears, still both running the same gear ratio. This truck will outpull the other truck. Don't know why. Both trucks had the Eaton Fuller 18-speed. No problem with that. Ride quality, this is a heavy haul spec truck, heavy rears, heavy 20,000-pound steer. So my suspension is stiffer, it's heavier, it's not going to ride the same. But given that, it's still not a bad ride truck. It rides better than any Freightliner I've been in. Go figure that. Let's see. So turning radius. This truck will outturn the other truck by a wide margin. Although the wheelbase on this truck is I want to say like 8 inches shorter, something like that. It's enough to make a noticeable difference, but not the difference I'm seeing. I'm seeing a huge difference in turning radius out of this truck than the other truck. Both trucks have got the heavy front, heavy steers with the 20,000 pound steer axle with two steering gearboxes. Yeah, don't know why there's such a difference in turn radius. Road noise. Road noise is not bad. Road noise is about the same as it was in the orange 389 I was in. You would expect it to be a little louder, but it's not. The air conditioner will not keep up in this truck. I believe that's got a lot to do with the greenhouse effect. You got the big windshield, you got the big door glass. The truck just bakes in the sun, and the AC just will not keep up. I'll have it full blast on recirc in the bunk and up here, and it'll still be warm enough, so warm in here that you'll still get drowsy. I don't understand why it does that. You put your hand up by the vent, it's blowing cool air. I just believe it just will not combat the greenhouse effect. Another issue I got the greenhouse effect is skin cancer rates in truck drivers are extremely high, much higher than the general population. Again, because we bake. That's why you see me wear long sleeve shirts a lot. The APU, the Thermo King APU, it won't keep up either. When it gets over 90 degrees, you're sitting out in the sunlight, it won't keep up. It just will not. I don't care. I can have stuff up on my windows. It just won't keep up. It'll stay warm in here. I got to idle the truck. And the way this truck is set up, it will not idle even over 100 degrees unless I release the tractor brake. So I always got blocks of wood under my tires, and my trailer brake's set so it doesn't roll away, so I can cool the truck down, so it'll idle. So all that, this Mexican-built truck does not have the rattles and squeaks that the Texas-built truck had. Don't know why. They're both 567s. But it is what it is. So, otherwise, guys, I think that sums it up. Yeah, PACCAR used to build a better product. But this one's not too bad. But it's not great. But it's passable. It's okay.